Hey there, Adam here. All right, let's have a chat. One of those awkward conversations where I've got to save you, or hopefully give you some advice that will save you, based on some of the thoughts, some of the feedback, some of the ideas that I've been hearing lately and getting, and I don't talk about this enough, but essentially what is happened, or what kind of spawned all of this, is I got another email from a subscriber who was talking about their business and how they were investing in all of these different courses and programs and seminars and doing everything right, it seemed, on the outside. They were building up these audiences that they were going to monetize later, and they had all these followings. And we're not talking small numbers. We're talking about putting out a ton of different content and building audiences in the tens of thousands in some cases, and yet their revenue was basically non-existent. Like, we're talking about a business that is that close to just absolutely failing and dragging everybody down with them. And that's tragic because it's such a common mistake, and it's just so frustrating for me to see. And again, I guess I just don't talk about it enough, but the reality is that we need to focus on making better marketing by marketing to the right people, marketing the right things, marketing in the right way, not just marketing for the sake of marketing or random acts of marketing or creating content because we were told that we had to, or being on this social media network because that's the latest and greatest thing or the newest shiny object. Basic example here. There's this advice that's still getting passed around today. I don't know why. It's the world's worst advice ever, but it's this advice to do everything and be everywhere and have all of these different social media accounts and basically try to spread yourself super, super thin instead of going deep. And it's terrible. First of all, no human being can be on every single platform, every single channel, everywhere. And in fact, even if you have a billion-dollar empire with all the employees in the world, you still probably want to be selective, unless of course you just want to waste a few bucks or try some things out. But for most people, most businesses that are 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures, doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you go to these platforms and these channels where none of your people are present and active? So the big one of the day right now is obviously TikTok. Everybody's talking about TikTok. Their user growth is exploding. You're getting massive reach. The algorithm is really picking up. They're showing all kinds of people, all kinds of content. But if your market isn't there, why? Stop. Just stop. Unless you want to build it up and you've got the free time in that, but you're going to be significantly better off going where your people are. So that's number one. The second thing is focusing on the wrong metrics, whether we're talking about TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Pinterest or Twitter, whatever. When we're talking about building up these massive audiences for the sake of building up an audience, that's crazy. Like, you've got to make sure that it's in alignment with where you want your business to go, but you also need to, and significantly more importantly, you need to make sure that the audience that you're building up is in alignment with your business. So let me give you an example. If someone came to me and they're like, Adam, I want to build up 10,000 Instagram followers. Like, Instagram, that's I'm going all in. I want 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever it is. I'd be like, great, it's super easy. If you don't care about who these people are, we could get you 10,000 tomorrow, and legally and ethically. Really, here's how we would do it. We'd spend like 20 or 30 bucks on ads. We would run these ads to countries with low CPM, low cost per mil, low cost per impression. Very easy, very cheap. We would get them to like the page, and congratulations, you would have thousands of followers. Followers that are never going to buy your stuff, followers that are never going to engage with your content, but it's going to look good. And in fact, this is what a lot of influencers used to do to try to build up these massive followings so they could get brand deals and so on and so forth. But it's terrible advice. It's terrible. It's just so terrible. So we need to stop that. We need to stop focusing on these vanity metrics. We need to start creating accountable marketing that is in alignment with the business and all of that. And we need to start kind of letting these things go. There's this expression that I've used, and I still love it. I'm going to use it again. And it's, you can't feed your kids with likes. Meaning, you can't build an audience and expect to monetize it if you don't have a strategy. You can't sell likes or comments or shares. You can't use them to fuel your business. You can't grow a business on that alone. So that needs to stop being the objective. A really good example here is YouTube. Perfect example. So we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. Very excited. It's going to be a long time coming. Been doing this for a whole lot of years. I love it. I think it's important to create content, to provide value. 100,000 is a phenomenal achievement. I'm super proud of the content that we've made and the team and the editors and everyone that worked so hard to make this happen. But here's the deal. Subscribers do not equal watch time. In fact, only a very small percentage of people that are subscribed actually come back to watch every single video. This is just not the way that the algorithm works. So it's a vanity metric. It looks good, it makes us feel good, but the reality is it's the watch time. It's you that's here right now, engaging, hitting a like button, leaving a comment, having a conversation. It's the people that I see show up time and time again in the comments that I get to engage with, that I get to build a relationship with. That's the driving force. Subscribers, I mean, they may or may not see the video. I mean, it's great if you're subscribed. You have more likelihood of seeing the video, but it doesn't guarantee that you will. And the same thing applies on pretty much every other network out there. Another good example, Facebook. Facebook business pages. Back when Facebook first came out with the business page, they told everybody, build up your business page. That's how you can interact with your people. So everybody did. We built up these massive Facebook business pages, and then all of a sudden, Facebook was like, yeah, we don't think we're going to show your stuff anymore. So they hacked it off. And now we had to pay for ads to reach the very same audience that we've just spent all of this time and money and energy building up. Again, it's worth it. The ads were still worth it. They're a little more expensive now. Still worth it if you can do it right. But regardless, an audience for the sake of an audience just isn't worth it. Vanity metrics for the sake of vanity metrics, that's not business. It's just bad advice. Same with spreading yourself thin. So what's the solution? Well, number one, you've got to stop focusing on anything that is superficial or that is not going to be relatable or trackable to the growth of your business, to some kind of ROI, return on investment. Marketing should make you money. Marketing should result in more sales, more growth, more customers, more clients for your business, period, and stop. This is not charity work. Charity is amazing and it's important and you should do it, but that's not what marketing is. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't provide value, you shouldn't give away free stuff? Not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying there needs to be some sort of strategy that in some way, shape, or form, you're going to attract the right people. Let's use this YouTube channel as a perfect example. I create these videos for you, to help you. I've been incredibly lucky with my career, with marketing. I absolutely love this stuff. I would talk about it all day for free just because I really, really like it. I think it's unbelievably interesting. But my goal here is not to monetize you. It's to help you. It's to provide as much goodwill as I possibly can. And I know that there is a small percentage of the audience out there who is inevitably going to need some kind of help that I may or may not be able to provide. And if I can help them, fantastic. And if I can't, I can hopefully guide them in the right direction. That's what content is about. That's what marketing is about. So seeing views go up, seeing likes and shares and comments, that's amazing, but I'm really in it for the value, for the relationship, for the building of the goodwill, for helping to give back to an industry and to a community that has given me so much. I'm incredibly blessed, incredibly grateful, and that's why it's easy to create and to help and to share. And when you do that with no expectation of anything in return, good things happen. On the other hand, when you create content with the expectation of a like, of a comment, of some kind of sale, and it doesn't happen, it's deflating. It's horrible. It's this sinking feeling, and more often than not, people just quit. They give up, they sacrifice it, and that's kind of what's happening. And what the whole point of all of this is that the subscribers sent in all of their information, took a look at their channel and at their marketing efforts, and they're just that close to not just quitting, but going bankrupt and failing. And it's a shame because they've got good stuff, but it's scattered and it's focused on the wrong things, and there needs to be a complete realignment. So my advice to them, and I'm going to send them this video here, and my advice to you and to anyone watching is just this. The way to succeed is to be strategic, which means that we've got to line things out starting at the very beginning and working our way through. So number one, what is your business? What do you sell? What is your offer? What is your product? What is your service? What is it that you're providing of value to the marketplace? What kind of benefit are you trying to get out there? What do you do? Number two, who are the people that you do it for? This is your target market. Market is obviously one of the most important words in marketing. It's baked right into the word itself. So who are the people? What are their demographic details like age, gender, income, occupation? Their geographic details like what city, state, province, country they live in. Psychographic details like what are their attitudes and interests and beliefs and values and all of those things. What are their behavior details? Are they recently engaged or married? Did they move? Are they starting a new job? Anything like that. You've got to get crystal clear on the people that you're going after, because then you can move on to message. niche. This is what are their biggest pains and problems and fears and frustrations, their miseries, and what are their wants and dreams and goals and desires and all of the benefits they want to achieve, their miracles. Really, what you have to do is you have to identify their biggest pains, their biggest desires, and then have your business, your offer, bridge the gap away from all the bad stuff and towards the good stuff. And the better you're able to communicate that and articulate that and put an irresistible offer in front of them, the better you're going to do. But your work is not done. So now we move on to media. Media is where are your ideal target market present and active online. Then you find them and you go there and you exclude everything else. I don't care if the Guru A is saying Instagram Reels, still getting amazing traction and we're seeing all kinds of the algorithm pick up, go there. Or Guru B is like TikTok and Guru C is like LinkedIn, we're still getting good organic reach. Whatever. If your people aren't there, you don't need to go there. Focus on where they are first. Now, general rule of thumb, they're going to be on one of the big four: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn. It pretty much doesn't matter what market, business, or industry you're in, your people are there. Once that's done and you're in the right place, you're talking the right words, you're helping them, you're giving them value, next you need the machine. And the machine is nothing more than a marketing funnel, than a customer journey. It's a way to take someone who has no idea who you are and guide them through a process in order to become a lifelong and loyal customer. Typically, what I recommend for like 90% of the people, 90% of the time, is we use good old-fashioned lead magnets and email marketing. We just can't get away from this. So start with some kind of content, send people to a lead magnet where they can get some value in exchange for their email address, and then follow up with them using email marketing. It is almost a bulletproof strategy. You own the list, you own access, you have your audience, you can engage with them, you can communicate with them. If you're not familiar with what this looks like, you can simply go through my funnel, see how I send my emails. You just go to adamerhart.com/cheat sheet. I think there should be a link below this video. I'll try to remember to put one in. But you can see the whole funnel, what the landing page looks like, all of that. This is the funnel that I use the vast majority of the time because it works. Okay, final parting words, and then we'll wrap this up. I've calmed down a bit. I'm feeling better. Hopefully this has helped you in some way. Now, final words here. If I had to give you one final piece of advice, it would be to focus on video content. Ideally slightly more polished and more professional than what we're doing right here, but we're having a chat, so we can keep it pretty casual. But video is not only the future, but it's the present. It's where the social media algorithms are all favoring. It's the preferred content form for pretty much every single customer out there. Most people like video. It also gives you the most flexibility and freedom in the ability to take your video, take away the audio, and you have a podcast. You can transcribe that audio. You now have text for a blog or for your emails or for social media posts. It just gives you so much freedom. The beauty is that the camera on your phone, it's going to do just fine. I mean, most of these things are like 4K cameras. They shoot incredibly good quality image. Like, you're going to be okay to start there. So you can start with something simple like a story and a vertical video. You can try to do YouTube if you feel like that's going to be a good direction. I guess final point. If you're going to do YouTube, we're going to play the long game here. We're looking at like 6 to 12 months at least, probably a good couple years. And if you're not willing to do that, let's stay away from YouTube for now and we'll look at Instagram and other short form video content. But with all that said, man, just focus on that accountable marketing. It has the power to change lives, but we need to make sure that we do it right so we don't give this whole industry a bad name and you don't quit before you make it. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Make sure to say hi in the comments below and let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you in a bit.